Hi everyone, I'm Andrew.
I'm Minna.
And we're the Foolish Couple. Thank you for joining a Foolish Couple at Home series.
We help couples achieve personal and financial success so that you can have your best lives together.
So today's topic is age is just a number.
What do you mean by that?
A lot of people use their age as an excuse for things they cannot do.
Yeah, we have a lot of friends that says they're too old to exercise, or they're too old, that's why they're in pain, they're too old, that's why they can't sleep well, or that's why they're gaining weight. Is that true?
In most cases, I don't think that's true. I think the biggest problem for most people is they're not getting proper nutrition. They're not getting the proper nutrients in the foods that they eat.
But we're eating organics. Is that enough?
I think eating organic is definitely better than non-organic produce because there's less chemicals in the foods, and since there's less fertilizer, because like the non-organics is usually in over-fertilized soil, which actually has less nutrients in the soil, and that's where you actually get your nutrients in from all the produce that's grown.
But is that enough for what we need?
Nowadays, I don't think it's enough. I think when it was during the time for our grandparents, even our parents maybe, like 30, 40 years ago, yes, I agree eating proper foods is enough nutrition because you really do get nutrition from the soil and the water and the air. And there's just so much pollution now that's not only in the air, the water, but our soils is just so leached out of all the nutrients that you can't get it back in there. It's just being overly farmed. And that's why they need to add all these chemicals and fertilizers to boost production of fruits and vegetables.
Yep, and I've noticed that produce doesn't taste as good as when we were kids.
They definitely don't, and they definitely don't have the nutrition that used to. Nowadays, it probably takes about 20 oranges to get the same amount of vitamin C that one orange would have back in the days when the grandfathers were eating it.
That's a lot of oranges.
That's a lot of oranges, yes. And I don't think any of us is eating that many oranges, but that really applies to all the food that we eat, in the eggs, in the chicken, in the beef. Everything just doesn't seem to have as much nutrient as they used to.
Then what else can we do?
I think what we need to do is, one, try to eat organic as much as possible for produce and wild and grass-fed for animals. So at least that way we're not eating any unnecessary chemicals and antibiotics. But even like I said earlier, that would help go a long ways, but you're still going to be lacking some nutrients. So I think it's always a good idea to supplement with a nutritional supplementation just so you can get what you may be missing in your foods.
And there's a particular supplement that you personally vouch for.
What's personally have changed our lives over the last couple of years since we started using it is USANA. It's a company that was introduced to us by our friends, and it has changed our lives drastically over the last 2 years. We've been always trying to eat well in the 30s and 40s, but like most people, we did feel that we're slowing down, and I was always using age as an excuse myself. I had joint pains, multiple joint pains, my back, my neck, and these were due to injuries that I had sustained when I was a teenager, but I just assumed that, well, they're here to stay because I'm old. But once we had proper supplementation, we realized it really was just the body was lacking certain nutrients to help repair itself.
So nowadays, now that we're in our 40s, I've definitely noticed that I have more energy than when I was in my 20s and 30s. I'm healthier, I sleep better, I'm definitely stronger as a 45 years old than when I was maybe 25.
I agree, and I'm sure a lot of my friends can attest to that. We're in our mid-40s, but I definitely feel stronger than I ever was, even in my peaks that should have been in my early 20s. I'm actually faster, stronger, and just more mentally alert. I actually learn things a lot quicker now than I used to. And I think it is just all due to properly taking care of the body and giving your body what it needs.
So the message that we're telling you is age is just a number. You don't have to live by it. You can definitely overcome it by proper nutrition, proper exercise.
So you may want to reassess your diets and your current lifestyle. Till then, dream big, love what you live, and live what you love.